right now. Which Indian city experienced an industrial accident that occurred at the polymers chemical plant, resulting in vapor cloud spreading over the city and resulting in deaths of people becoming sick after being exposed during the early morning of 7 May 2020? And you look very confident. The smile on your face says it all. What is your answer?
Is it Assam?
Please repeat your answer.
Is it in Assam?
What what is the Indian city? Which Indian city did you name?
Oh, should I told the state? No.
You are inaudible. Child, you need to increase your volume, and I'm giving you the benefit of time. You may repeat your answer. What is your submission to this?
Sir, he's muted.
Please unmute yourself.
Sir, I can't hear you properly.
No problem. Because the time has crossed and
Sir, I was saying Vizag.
we will not take this submission because the time has crossed. On the contrary, we are going to do something extremely fair. We are going to pose a new question to you. We are going to pose a new question to you. Yes, we are fully prepared for all the eventualities. We need not worry. We are going to pose, and this time, please be ready, be unmuted, and answer your question within the time limit. I repeat myself. We are going to give you an extra question. We are ready with it. It will be displayed on screen right now. What is the name of the hurricane that hit Louisiana and Texas in USA in August 2020? And your time starts now.
Hurricane Laura.
That is the correct answer, and you win a plus 10. Plus 10. And at the end of this round, we are going to see the scores. I believe all the teams have been able to answer a question each. And the scores visible on everyone's screen right now are as follows. Everyone's at equal places at the end of round 2 at 20 points each, except Lamatnia Girls College Lucknow trails by 10 points. We will try to catch up in round 3, I'm sure, and all the other teams are already doing great. So keep up the good work because we are going to enter round 3. And as they say, there is a saying, as the going gets tough, the tough get going. The starting was simple, but as we are progressing stepwise, it's gonna get tough. So the tough should get going now. Warm up your minds, be alert, and we are entering round 3 in the clockwise manner. This means in this round, we will be first coming to team A and sequentially moving to team F. The theme of round 3 in front of you, achievements, international achievements in 2020. As they say, where there is an adversity, there is also an opportunity. Not everyone has been affected by the pandemic. Some have even achieved a lot. And this round is all about all of them. So, international achievements in 2020. Question number 1, Team A coming in front of you. Your question is, which American poet and essayist won the 2020 Nobel Prize in Literature for her unmistakable poetic voice that said, with austere beauty makes individual existence universal?
That was
What?
Louise Gluck.
Please repeat your answer.
Louise Gluck.
Louise Elizabeth Gluck is the correct answer. Plus 10 for team A. Plus 10. So that will be Gluck. And moving on to team B. Team B, your question in front of you. Be ready? Which Indian naval station was presented with President's Color, the highest military honor bestowed upon Indian military unit in February 2020? Your time is running out.
Sir, it was Indian Naval Academy at Vishakhapatnam.
is the incorrect answer. That is not the correct answer. The correct answer is INS Shivaji Lonavla, Maharashtra. A very famous achievements all over in the newspapers and the internet. No worries. We will always have another chance, and all the teams, remember, you can make it. Your potential, and I'm saying this to all the teams, you are much more capable than you know. Please remember, either you win or you learn. Okay, that was some words of inspiration this morning. Now we move on to Team C. Team C. Team C, the question being posed in front of you right now is as follows. Which seven-time Formula One champion was awarded the knighthood in United Kingdom in the New Year's honors list in December 2020? Team C. Time's running away, time's clock's ticking away. Please remember, use of any unfair means will not be accepted. Time has run out, but this is a moment that I must remind all the participants. We are here to play fair and square. Please avoid using the internet. We have an entire team which is monitoring the usage, if any. Please be very prompt. 10 seconds is the time limit. And still, Team C, this question was meant for the certain team. That team, would you like to take a calculated guess? Time has run out, no points, but would you like to take a guess?
No, sir, I don't remember.
No problem. Lewis Hamilton is the correct answer. No problem. We are now moving on to Team D. Team D. Team D, the question in front of you is as follows. Team D, which Indian author received the Tata Literature Lifetime Achievement Award in 2020? What is the name of this author? The time has begun. And remember, you can always take a calculated guess because there are no minus points and the buzzer has gone off. Would you still like to take a guess? Remember, there'll be no points for you.
No, sir.
No problem. The correct answer is the very famous, the very acclaimed Ruskin Bond. I know we are live on Facebook and there are many people who have joined us. I would request everyone who's live with us to also play the quiz with us. You could always post your answer in the comment section. And maybe in your minds, you could always play the quiz with us. Team 5, that is Team E. The question in front of you, question number 5 being displayed right now is as follows. The Theodore von Karman Medal is awarded annually to an individual in recognition of the outstanding lifetime achievement in any branch of science, without limit of nationality or gender. Which Indian has been named as the recipient of 2020 von Karman Award of the International Academy of Astronautics?
Sir, it's the ISRO chief K7.
It's the ISRO chief K7. It's the ISRO chief his pictures were all over in the newspaper. We saw him with PM Modi at the time when Chandrayaan mission was being launched. And you have read the newspapers, you have done your homeworks because you have got the absolutely correct answer and a plus 10 going on to you. Plus 10 in your account credited right now. Very good. Team F, we are showing the question number 6 now, which is meant for you. And your question is as follows. Which environment campaigner has been announced as the winner of the first Gulbenkian Prize for Humanity? And your time starts now.
Sir, Greta Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg. That was a quick guess. We saw her saying the words of caution in the United Nations, and she said, humanity, I want you to be cautious at this moment, and we are going to reveal whether your answer is correct or not, because you have got the absolutely correct answer, and this teenager, Greta Thunberg, her name, wins you a plus 10. Ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded the round number 3 of this prestigious quiz. And at the end of round 3, we are going to show you the scores right now. The scores will be visible on your computer screen. We see that team A is at 30, team B is 20, team C is still at 10, team D is at 20, team E is at 30, and team F is at 30. So team C and team D, you need to warm up further and catch up, but always remember all the teams. Either you win or you learn. It's the fun and the joy in playing this quiz, in being a part of this prestigious Balloon Lease quiz, the experience of quizzing together, that matters at the end of the day. The friendships you make, the loyalty that you live with, because that is what Balloon Lease stood for. Friendship, loyalty, truth, and I must say, lot of beauty and royalty. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are entering the round number 4. Round number 4 of Balloon Lease quiz, and round number 4 will be visible in front of you right now. The theme of this round is the pandemic itself. Now, we are moving in the anti-clockwise manner. That is, we will be beginning with Team F. Team F, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Team F, we are posing the first question of round 4 to you. And the first question that will be available on your screen is, which country was the first to declare itself free from the coronavirus in June 2020? And your time has begun.
Sir,
Which-
sir, New Zealand?
Zealand. Some follow-up questions, just for fun. No marking on it. You have taken a guess. You have said New Zealand. Who is the president or the prime minister who came in the...
Sir, Madam Jessica Ardern.
Well, your second answer is not the perfect answer that I was looking for, but never mind, there were no marks for it, because your first answer, New Zealand, is the correct answer, and you get a plus 10 at this moment, at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going into question number 2. And we are muting ourselves for a moment. There's a small break. Okay, this break was needed because we have a very expert panel sitting here, and the expert panel has just brought it into my notice that Team F, and I seek the confirmation of my team, Team F. Team F, this is a word of caution for you and a word of warning, alarmed from my team. Please remember, the use of any unfair means, if noticed, will lead to the disqualification of the particular team. The team noticed the use of keyboard in between, and it is a word of caution. As of now, we are not disqualifying the team. Therefore, it's a word of caution, a word of advice to all the teams again. Please remember, the theme of the quiz is all about loyalty, truth, integrity, friendship, competing in a spirit of friendliness. So, boys and girls, it is a reminder and a request to each one of you to please play with these themes in mind. We will now pose another question to Team F. We will pose another question. We are not marking you on the basis of the answer that you, Team F. We are not marking you on the basis of this answer. We are replacing your question. We are giving you another question And the question being displayed in front of you right now is as follows. Which country, we have already posed, okay, this is your question. Which country was the first to register its vaccine against the coronavirus? Which country was it? And Team F, we are seeking your response.
Sir, was it Russia?
Russia is it your guess or is it your confident response?
Sir, I remembered that they had authorized the Sputnik 5 vaccine, so I'm guessing it must be Russia.
And the name Sputnik, where do you think they got it from?
Sir, the Sputnik was the first extraterrestrial man-made satellite launched by Russia itself. So they just took inspiration from that.
Well,
It
no
was a
marks
series
for
of
the
pioneering
extra
things.
information that you gave, but definitely full marks for the correct answer that you have given. Russia is the correct answer. And Team F, you now get a +10. +10 to Team F. Team E, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Team E, the question for you is, which word was named as the Cambridge Dictionary's word of the year for 2020? Cambridge Dictionary's word for the year 2020, and your time has already begun. What was this word?
Sir, quarantine.
You have taken a guess, I suppose, or are you confident about it?
So quarantine.
Quarantine is your answer. Did you have to quarantine yourself in the year 2020 for any reason?
So only during the lockdown period, not quarantine, but since I didn't contact any symptoms, but
You didn't contract any symptoms. We hope that you don't contract any symptoms. And let me give you a shot of endorphin and happiness because you have got the correct answer. Quarantine is the correct response, and you get a +10. Team E, you get a +10. Team D, moving on to you. Team D, your question is as follows. Team D, World Health Organization declared COVID-19 as a pandemic. Which disease was previously declared as a pandemic by WHO? What was the name of this particular disease? Remember, we are looking for the name of disease and your clock is ticking away. The tick-tock is on. And
Swine flu.
you may give your response, but you will not be getting any marks for it since the clock has ticked away. Still, for fun's sake, what is your response?
Sir, I think Ebola.
Ebola is not the correct answer, but I appreciate your spirit to come forward and take a guess because the correct answer that we were looking for is the H1N1 influenza, which is remotely closely connected, but this is what we were looking for. The next question for Team C. Team C, your question is as follows. As per the recent announcement from the US government, which technological company is developing a website to help with coronavirus test? What is the name? We are looking for the name of the particular company, of the particular website, and the time has ticked away. Still, you can take a calculated guess. Any guesses, Team C?
No, sir.
Okay, all the people who are live with us on Facebook, at this point, I request you, if you know the answer, put down your answer in the comment section. And later after the quiz, we will be checking whether your answers were correct or not. Google is the answer. Very simple, very evident, right in front of all of us, always there. Google is the answer. Question number 6, Team B coming in front of you. Team B, which global organization launched a new initiative called COVID-19 Technology Access Pool, the CTAP? The CTAP. What is this global organization? Name it. Which global organization are we talking of? The clock is ticking away and the buzzer is gone. Anyway, would you like to take a guess?
Sir, was it the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation?
The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is not the correct answer. The answer is very evident every day, day in and day out, in front of all of us, the World Health Organization, WHO. Boys and girls, what did I say? As we move further, the level will keep getting higher and higher. And that is why at the start of the quiz, I said, as the going gets tough, the tough should get going. Final question for Team A. Team A, we are showing your question in front of your computer screen right now. Which sport has become the world's first major sports competition to resume post COVID-19 lockdown? Which sport was it? Team A yawning right now.
Or was it cricket?
What was your response? Team A, you yawned and gave the response.
Or was it cricket?
Cricket. You're a cricket fan, and we are seeing on YouTube trending and all the news all over the good news that India has won the tour against Australia in the cricket match, which is a very happy news for us, all of us. But I'm afraid that is the incorrect answer. Team A, that is not the correct answer, because the correct answer is Bundesliga. Tough one. Indeed. So we will now show the scores, and the scores in front of you at the end of round 4 are as follows. Team A stands at 30, Team B 20, Team C still at 10, but remember there's always a chance. We have 2 more rounds to go. Team D also, remember, we have a strong chance to move forward. We have 2 more rounds to go. Stands at 20. Team E is at 40 and Team F is at 40. So we have Team E and Team F, that is Mayo Ajmer and Seth MR Jaipuria School Lucknow, leading the quiz as of now, whereas in the second position, Nirja Modi School Jaipur is at Team A. Team A at second position, Team B and Team D, they both stand tied at 20 each, and finally Team C. Well, round 5 is where we shall proceed now. 2020 was indeed a year of gloom, but there were also many social events around the globe, and this round is all about this. And this time in round 5, we will move in the clockwise manner. That is from Team A to Team F. Team A, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Team A is ready. An interesting question, very interesting question coming in front of you right now. Name the authoritarian state against which Pepe the Frog became the symbol of progressive resistance as a part of an ongoing fight for democracy. Team A. No time for more yawning. Give your answer, submit your response. You are muted. You need to unmute yourself.
Good, sir.
What was your response?
Sir, I told Hong Kong.
You said Greater Hong Kong. Remember, the answer still remains China. China is the correct answer. We cannot give it to you. I said a very interesting question. You were close by, but never mind. There's always a next chance. Coming on to question number 2. Question number 2 in front of Team B. Team B, your question is, name the annual holiday that commemorates the end of slavery in the United States in 1865 and was again in news as people across the country participated in rallies and protests to support the Black Lives Matter. What is this annual holiday that we are speaking?
Sir, the 4th of July.
4th of July. I want a name, a precise name of this holiday. The time has ticked away, and Team B, I'm afraid we can't give you
Sir,
any marks.
is it Juneteenth?
The time has ticked away and we cannot give you marks for it. Your answer was correct, but you have responded much, much, much after the time had already passed away in your account. Therefore, we cannot give it to you, but your answer Juneteenth was the correct, or the June 10th, or as some say it, Juneteenth was the correct answer indeed, which is also called the Freedom Day for the Black Lives Matter campaign. We will now go on to question number 3. Question number 3 for Team C. Team C, your question is, which Latin American country has legalized abortion after a woman movement called La Maria Verde, or the Green Wave, with green scarf as their symbol? Which Latin American country are we talking of?
Mexico.
Mexico is not the correct answer. The answer that we were looking for was Argentina. Good guess, no problem. Keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, because the quiz is still on. Question number 4, Team D, coming on your screen right now is as follows. In which country thousands of protesters attended a rally and carried torchlight march during Catalina's Day of La Diada on 11th September 2020, despite warnings from health officials to avoid gatherings during COVID-19 pandemic?
So I think it's USA.
You have taken a guess and you
Yes.
have submitted your response as USA. Could you justify your logic in choosing USA? Team D, why did you choose USA?
It was just a guess, sir.
Still, any logic behind your guess? Any thinking process that went on?
Sir, I heard that there were like many people protesting on the streets during the early COVID
Yes,
times.
USA was very much in news for this particular reason. A lot of protests carried on, but your answer is not the correct answer, because the answer that we were looking for was Spain. Spain was the particular country where this particular national day was being celebrated and this particular protest being carried on. We will go on to the next question. The next question is for Team E. Team E, your question: in anticipation of the Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving shopping event that was largely a movement online, this year a coalition of warehouse workers and climate activists all over the world organized a day of action against a multinational e-commerce company against its pay disparity, working conditions, and carbon footprint. Name this e-commerce company.
Sir, Amazon.
Team E, you were super quick. You had your foot on the accelerator and you went for the response without waiting. And you have got the correct answer, a +10 for Team E, because Amazon is the perfect answer that we were looking for. Question number 6 to Team F. Team F, your question in front of the screen right now: which mountain was in news for projecting the Indian tricolor on the side?
Matterhorn.
Repeat your response.
The Matterhorn.
The Matterhorn mountain. Is that your response?
Yes, sir.
You have got your response much within the time limit. If you were here, maybe you would have got an extra chocolate also for this. Why I use the word extra? Because you have already won a +10 for your response and you have got the right answer. Ladies and gentlemen, all those who have joined us live right now, and boys and girls who are participating with us in this quiz, it is that time that we show you the scores. We will be showing you the scores at the end of round 5. At the end of round 5, the scores are as follows. We have 2 teams still leading the quiz in place number 1. That is Team F, Mayo College, Ajmer, along with Team F, Seth MR Jaipuria School, Lucknow. both at 50. Followed by Team A, Nirja Modi School, Jaipur. Followed by Team B and Team D, still at 20. And finally, Team C at 10. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And why I'm using the word ladies and gentlemen, because I know many people have joined us live right now. And boys and girls is specifically for these very special participants who are live with us right now. We are entering round number 6 of the 7th edition of the Balloon Lease Quiz 2021. Let us enter the round 6. And round 6 is all about the warfare in 2020. 2020 was a year full of happenings. One side was the pandemic, achievements, and we have tried in this quiz to cover all the broad themes that were happening in 2020. And round 6 is all about warfare in 2020. So question number 1, going to Team F. Team F, because we are moving in the anti-clockwise manner this time. Team F, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, a strong yes, sir. Gives me also confidence, immense confidence to put forward the next question in front of you. Team F, your question is displayed. Which country was asked to declare its chemical stockpile and to resolve its inconsistencies regarding the possession and use of chemical weapons by mid-October 2020 by the Organization for Prohibition of Chemical and Weapons?
Sir, is it Iraq? No, sir, Syria.
I'm afraid we cannot give it to you. We cannot give it to you for the reason that our expert team of panelists has pointed out a use of keyboard. Therefore, we cannot give it to you. We will be replacing this question by another question. Therefore, your new question displayed on screen right now is: on August 20, 2020, Alexei Navalny, the opposition leader and the critic of Russian government, fell ill because of poisoning by nerve agent and was airlifted to Berlin. Which nerve agent was suggested to be used for poisoning?
Sir, Novichok.
Novichok, that was super quick. And let me also be super quick in awarding you a plus 10 because that is indeed the correct answer. The correct answer. Moving on to the next question, which will be meant for Team E. Team E, the question being displayed on your screen right now is: the Tigray, or the Tigray as they call it. The Tigray War is an ongoing armed conflict that began in November 2020 in the Tigray region between regional government and the opposition political party, ironically involving Abiy Ahmed, the Prime Minister and the Nobel Prize winner of 2019. Which country does he represent?
Sir, Ethiopia.
You took a quick, I'm not sure whether it was a guess or
Okay.
an answer that you knew.
Yes, I am aware of the Tigray War. It's a ongoing war in Ethiopia.
The Tigray War has indeed earned you a plus 10. Team E, that is the correct answer. Excellent quizzing. Excellent quizzing. Moving on to Team D. Team D, final round. Which operation, the question in front of you right now, which operation was an unsuccessful and amateurish attempt by the Venezuelan dissidents and the American private military company Silver Corp USA to infiltrate Venezuela by sea and remove Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela, from his office in May of 2020? Team D, remember, no negative marking. in case of an incorrect answer was what I was going to say, but the time has run out. Would you still like to take a guess?
Sir, Operation Silver Corp.
Operation Silver Corp. The word operation is correct, but Silver Corp is incorrect. Operation Gideon is the answer that we were looking for. Moving on to Team C. Team C, here is another opportunity for you. Try and take a guess. Which country has signed a peace agreement with Russia and Azerbaijan to end the war of Nagorno-Karabakh in November of 2020?
Armenia.
You took a quick guess and finally you have got it right because you get a +10. Armenia is the correct answer. Some quizzing coming out of you in the final round. Excellent. Congratulations. You have got a +10. +10 for Team C. Team B. Team B. Here is your question. Team B. Exercise Indradhanush was conducted in February-March 2020 to enhance mutual operational understanding between two air forces via close interaction. This defense exercise was between the Air Force of India and which country? India and which country? Which country are we talking of?
Sir, is it Russia?
You took a guess at the last moment. The buzzer went off and you took a guess. Your response, Team B, was Russia. Russia, but Russia is not the correct answer. The correct answer which we were looking for was the United Kingdom. And now, the final question of the final round. For Team A, we will be displaying it on everyone's screen right now. From which country has Pakistan acquired an advanced warship named 054A/P frigate in 2020? Which country are we talking of?
China.
Your response was Team A. Repeat again.
China.
That was the response that I heard the first time, but just for confirmation, I wanted to hear it again. And your response was China, which is indeed the correct answer. And you get a +10 for this response. It is a correct answer. And ladies and gentlemen, we will see what are the scores right now at the end of round 6 and whether we need to move into a tiebreaker round. The scores are clear, fair and square in front of us. Team E and Team F, you are both at 60 points each, and there is a tie for the first position. There is a tie for the first position. Then Team A is at 40. Team A is in the second position at 40. Team B, C and D, they are all at 20 each. So let us first play the tiebreaker for the third position, or only the first position. I will give a break, a 20-second break, while the expert team and I discuss the manner of the tiebreaker. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have been waiting to see who will get what position, and the expert team and I have completed the discussion and we are back. We are back for the tiebreaker. The third position is absolutely clear. The third position has been backed by the Nirja Modi School. Nirja Modi School has bagged the third position. And your team code is Team A. Team A, you are at third position. The ambiguity remains for the first and second position, where we have a tie between Team E and Team F, who are at 50 points each, 60 points each. Team E and Team F, Mayo and MR Jaipuria. We are now going to play with you the tiebreaker round. Are you ready? Let me explain to you how this tiebreaker is going to be played. This tiebreaker is going to be in the following format. We are going to pose a question each in front of you. For example, I will be posing one question to Team E and one question to Team F. Let's say Team E answers the question, so the first position will go to Team E. That is, in case Team F is unable to answer the question, and vice versa. But let's say if both answer the correct answer, both are able to answer the correct response, then we will pose in front of you two questions each. And like this, in sets, we will go on playing till the time we have decided the final positions. Is there any question? Are there any questions, or is there any question? Team
No,
E,
sir.
are you clear? Team
Yes,
F,
sir.
are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the first set of question will be in the clockwise manner. And we request you, my expert team is requesting me to request you to keep your hands in the class manner in front of the screen so that we can be sure. Team E, ready to take the position? On your marks, get set, go. Pehle Safety is an internet safety campaign in India of which major technological company? And your time starts now.
Sir, Google.
You said Google is the correct answer. A plus 10 going for Team E. Team E, that was the correct answer. Team F, are you nervous? Team F?
Sir, kinda.
Okay, I'll tell you, don't be nervous, be excited, because nervousness drops performance, excitement increases performance. The question coming in front of you right now, and your question is, what is the name of the typhoon that made a landfall in Korea, North Korea, in August of 2020? And the time ticks away. The correct answer was Bavi. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the positions clear in front of us. The tiebreaker has been played and the positions are extremely clear in front of us. Team E. Team E is the team that has bagged the first position, and the name of team is Mayo College Ajmer, is at the first position. The runners-up, the second position has been bagged by Team F, Seth MR Jaipuria. And the final third position, that is the second runners-up, this position has been bagged by Nirja Modi School, Jaipur. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Balloon Lease Quiz 2021. Here are my some parting remarks to each one of you. At the starting of the quiz, I mentioned our principal, Mr. Carlyle McFarlane, back in 2014, decided to resurrect this legendary figure from the history books. Her name was Balloon Lease. Indeed, a very right step. Her name stands for fidelity. Her name stands for trustworthiness. Her name stands for truth. Her name stands for loyalty. Her name stands for companionship. Her name stands for friendship. This is the intention. This is the idea. This is the thought that we wish to convey to each one of you, of the qualities that this legendary figure, whose tomb still exists in a beautiful fashion at La Martiniere, which is sometimes called the Taj Mahal of Lucknow, a symbol of love of Major General Claude Martin for Balloon Lee's Gori Bibi. That is what we want to inspire in each one of you, these qualities. And to all the participants, I wish to say, we had this quiz in the online format. I hope that in the following year, the pandemic ends and all of you can mark your physical presence. Your schools can mark a physical presence here, and we can have a lot of fun, make friendships that will last forever, create bonds that will last a full lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, also before I conclude, I need to thank a few people. First of all, I would like to thank our legendary principal, Mr. Carlyle McFarland, who conceptualized, curated this entire event years ago. And since then, it has always been an event that everyone has very eagerly anticipated, looked forward to, wanting to participate, eagerly waiting to come to La Martiniere. I would like to also thank our iconic vice principal, Mr. Peter Collins, with whose support we have always been able to move forward in events of magnitude such as these. I would also like to mark and put on record my formal thanks to our dynamic bursar, Mr. Adrian Michael, who always is there to support us despite his heavy administrative duties that are always calling for him at La Martiniere. I would also like to thank a lady who has very laboriously been working extremely hard in putting this entire event together. I'm talking about the head of co-curricular activities at La Martiniere, Mrs. Sheba Siddiqui. I would also like to thank the in charge of quizzing at La Martiniere, Mrs. Reema Dhingra, who is very ably joined by Mrs. Ritu Sharma, who was also a timekeeper for today. I would also like to thank Mr. Sherry Oman, who has always been there with us with all the digital help that we've needed. I would also like to thank Mr. Krishna Prasad, who is there with us, helping us with a lot of technical works, a lot of technical abilities, contributing his skills that we always need. But most importantly, I would like to thank the team of Leo. These are the boys who work day in and day out to make events of this magnitude and events such as these possible. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to thank the two boys who are there with me right now, Danish and Amritam. Danish and Amritam have been an integral part of Leo, and the entire team of boys, apart from Danish and Amritam, who have been working very hard. A big thumbs up to the entire team of Leo, a big shout out to the entire CCA office and all at La Martiniere. And finally, to all the schools who have participated, the principals, their teacher in charges, and all the participants. You all have been excellent. I thank each one of you. I'm signing off this morning with the hope that next year, when the Claude Martin debates and the Balloon Lease Quiz 2022 is announced, we will have your physical presence with us at La Martiniere, which we lovingly call as our home. Vive La Martiniere.